Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I always kind of believe that you were either born a clean and neat person or you weren't. And I had put myself into that latter category because by nature, I'm lazy, I'm a slob, I don't like to clean, and my living environment always reflected that. But that's not actually true because I was able to make some changes in my life and now I have become a clean and neat person. If it's possible for me, I'm telling you guys, it's possible for you. I never thought I would be this person, but I am now, and it wasn't even that hard. So I'm going to share the little things I do every day that all accumulate and add up to me maintaining a very clean and organized and neat living environment. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel because I do videos similar to this all the time. And coming up for the spring, I have a whole spring cleaning series, so get excited for that. And with all of that said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So this first one I'm sure you've heard many times before, and that is to make your bed in the morning. I find that when I make my bed, it just starts my day on the right track, and it only takes a couple minutes to do, but it will make your entire room look and feel cleaner. This next habit has probably helped me more than any other one, and that is keeping my countertops clear of stuff. Countertops can just be magnets for clutter that continues to build on itself. So I now have a policy where I just don't keep anything except for the absolute essentials out on my countertops, and everything else has a place in a drawer or cabinet. This is going to make the entire room look so much cleaner to the eye. And when you have a policy that you don't keep things out on the countertops, it becomes really noticeable and obvious when things are left out. And so for me, that's a great reminder and trigger to put things away. So this habit was a total game changer for me, and that is to clean while I cook. So one tip to make this easier is to keep a small container out on the counter just to use as a mini trash can so you don't have to constantly go back and forth to the trash. I find it's always better to clean something now versus later because when the later happens, you're probably not going to feel like it and a mess will start to build up. So my goal while I'm cooking is that there's no dead time. So while the water is boiling or something's cooking in the oven, I'm using that time to clean up everything. So once I'm done eating, I don't have to worry about any type of cleanup afterwards. So the one touch method is pretty self-explanatory. The goal is when you're putting things down, you only want to touch it one time. So wherever you put the item should be its final place rather than putting it somewhere else and having to go back and pick it up later. So when I get home, instead of putting my jacket on the couch, I will think about it for a second. I'll say in my mind, one touch, and then I will put it back in the closet where it belongs. So this one-touch method, it seems really simple, but I'm telling you, if you follow it, it will dramatically change your living environment and how you deal with your stuff. So I'll show you now how it applies to different items. For my mail, what I do now is I deal with my mail right after I get it every day instead of letting it pile up. So what I do is I look through each thing and I sort them into piles. So there's junk mail, there's coupons, there are action items, so those would be bills that need to be paid or other things that need to be addressed, and then things that just need to be filed for reference, so maybe for tax purposes or something like that. So I sort everything in that moment, and what I do is I'll throw away the junk mail, I will put coupons and action items into a separate drawer, and then anything that needs to be filed, I take them and I file them. So everything is dealt with and there is no paperwork lying around everywhere, which used to be a big problem for me. So as far as boxes go, when I get a package in the mail, I will break it down immediately after opening it and put it in the recycling bin. I don't let boxes pile up. As far as clothes and laundry go, every time I shower or change my clothes, I'll either put the clothing item in the hamper or I'll put it back. So for this, what I do is in the morning is when I will wipe down my bathroom counters. If you saw my bathroom organization video, you saw that I have a whole system for this and a DIY cleaning solution, so that will be linked down below. After eating dinner is when I wipe down the kitchen counters, and I'm telling you, this whole process is really quick to do, but by doing it daily, you're not going to have to worry about any kind of mess building up, and everything will always look clean and nice. So as for my floors, we have dark hardwood, so it shows every little speck of dirt and dust. So for this, instead of having to vacuum my entire house every day, I just went ahead and bought a robot vacuum. I found one for a pretty good price and it works well. It's super convenient. The only problem I would say is that my poor dog is terrified of the things. Always used to have a major problem with dishes piling up, so my policy now is that I have to deal with my dishes immediately, so I will put them in the dishwasher, and after the dishwasher is run, I do not hesitate to unload it, because otherwise there's going to be a backup in the sink and the whole problem just starts again. It becomes a cycle. So usually what I do is I run the dishwasher at night and I unload it first thing in the morning, so it's just done with. This last habit is really simple but also really effective. I noticed that if I'm running late, I tend to make a mess looking for things like a human cyclone. So now all I do is I just take a couple minutes the night before to plan out what I'm gonna wear. I set it aside so I'm not in a rush trying to look for things. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing what I do to keep my house nice and clean and organized. If you guys did enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up. I use your engagement and your thumbs up and comments on my videos to decide what I'm going to make more of in the future. So if this is something you want to see more of, definitely let me know. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next week with a new video. Bye!